Of U.S. representatives are taking on the dangers of ethylene oxide with the formation of a bipartisan congressional task force. The state has come down on Sterigenics and BD plants in Cobb County, Covington, and Madison for their emissions of the cancer-causing chemical. Reveal investigator Andy Perotti has been following the developments, and Andy, the task force includes representatives from 3 states, including Georgia.
Yeah, Jeff, it's a 10-person task force led by Georgia Congressman Jody Hice and an Illinois representative named Brad Schneider. Their focus is to address any potential threat ethylene oxide has on their communities and urging the EPA to act quickly. All members represent districts that have facilities in them which use ethylene oxide. They are co-sponsors of House Bill 1152, which would require the EPA to issue new and strict emission standards for medical sterilization and chemical facilities. It would also require the EPA to notify the public no more than 30 days after it learns a company has violated those new standards. Sterigenics in Cobb County has been closed indefinitely until its emissions process has been updated. The BD plant in Covington reopened after the state shut them down for a week as part of a court-enforced agreement. The BD plant in Madison was also part of that agreement but remained open. The EPD announced violations against that plant, but a spokesperson said it occurred because it was taking part in a government study. BD provided 11 Alive a tour inside their Covington plant to see how it uses ethylene oxide. You can see my investigation, my Reveal investigation, on 11alive.com.